Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. I'm so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me here.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with the team.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. And then on Thursday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Portland Trail Blazers.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should be.
Play the Rockets again? God damn.
Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Jalen Green, Hero out there with Darius Garland. And there's Jared Allen.
Keeping these jerseys for now. I don't know.
And it's Grant in at the 4. And for Los Angeles, the guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and
looks like the Nets
forward.
jerseys.
And it's Zubac
not bad,
in at the center position. Stolen by Harden. With the drive. And Harden with the stuff.
The finesse from Harden.
Okay.
That's great stuff.
It's Garland with the ball for the Spurs. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. Beyond the arc, knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the Clippers getting that contract extension done with Coach Ty Lue. They've really invested in the future, haven't they, Sean?
A nice, shiny new arena and everything that they built in LA. And yet, this is a talented and aging roster. The clock is ticking for this iteration of Clippers basketball around Kawhi Leonard. They know the time is right now.
And they've added Jeff Van Gundy. So another great basketball mind on that staff. Powell, that's good.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
Allen, a screen on Harden. Garland, the pass to Allen.
Fuck off me.
Allen with the slam.
And how is that for a dunk? Allen throwing all his weight behind that one with that finish.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Powell, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Here's Garland picks one up. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He will step up and start to pour it in. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Now, Hero, coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Shoots over Powell. Hero, no good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Oh, wow.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Oh, good with the triple.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron. And the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players You're going to see it at the top.
I like their new
That
branding. Looks
window
good.
In the middle of their roster.
My team, I don't know.
See a more competitive league because of these new CBA
Clippers,
changes.
I like that they
And
did.
less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron that we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. That certainly for teams that are deep in the
See, our
second
team
apron,
gains
that limits their
scoring,
ability
but
to go make major
so far
trades
as like
to be able to
lockdown
sign players
defenders,
for more than the
not so
minimum.
much.
And we're seeing that happen.
Took a
at
big
least
hit,
one or two
actually.
teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
But I think it
Now,
counterbalances.
here's Garland. He had 25 points last game. Good D by Harden.
What?
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Zubac. Still yet to score. Jones finds Powell. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Hero.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
The Clippers trail. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I love playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
And it's Grant in the corner, looking for Allen, and gets it there. Allen, a screen on Hart, kicks it out to Allen. Inside, stolen by Jones. Leonard with the ball. Garland picks him up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And we love it when Kawhi takes it over into his own hands. What a special play.
And with an update from the sideline,
7-0 run.
let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks.
No
Darius
bueno.
Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. And here is Green. James Harden getting it to go from deep. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, how about the agility from Green, finding a way to get to his spot despite the contact.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Bogdanovich comes in for Powell. And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Leonard. Batum for three. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. Spurs have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket.
I think Grant, a great job there of going into contact, not shying away.
Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that
They
you're
add a lot of physics
seeing
to
around the NBA,
like
or
the
next thing
shots.
that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Here's Harden. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
In the history of the game, James Harden gets to the line as well as anyone we've ever seen.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Oh, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Clippers leading by 3. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
What did he do to him?
Taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
James Harden. 1 shot.
I don't quite understand that one.
Harden no good on the free throw.
There's so much talk about James Harden and how much he has just mastered the offensive end of the floor. What do you work on in the offseason? I don't know if there's much other than to stay as sharp as James Harden has been throughout his career.
Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler. You have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. Here's McCollum after the basket by Los Angeles. Back to Brooks. McCollum outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Brooks. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute, so I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disrupted. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Grant is a confident scorer, especially from the interior.
Bogdanovich wide open, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bogdanovich has got 5.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions. Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Here's Green. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Yeah, where's my
Once
foul?
Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point lead, and Harden on the follow.
And that's some extra effort there from Harden. Get the rebound and get his own bucket.
Grant dishes to Brooks. Brooks setting a pick for Grant. Can't connect from long distance. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Clippers lead by 8. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Brown. Dunn is out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Bogdanovich, and it's Batum in at the center. Now, here's Dunn. And Capella sends it.
Damn it.
That's just great timing. Interfering with those long limbs. Capella with another shot block.
Capella with a screen on Dunn. Cullen passes to Capella, and there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league.
Go.
So early was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they've just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the
Man, they got that.
players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face on this spot.
And we cannot wait. Here's Coffee. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. A three from McCollum. It's hauled in by Coffee.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Jones checked in from here. Coffee. And San Antonio also making a switch. Garland's checked in. Bogdanovich finds Dunn. Here's Jones. And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr.? Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
Here's Batum. Bank shot. No good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Carter kicks to Brooks. Garland the pass to Black. Garland with it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more.
I wonder how good he's been for them. They picked him up at the
Those
deadline.
were good trends, I would agree. And the Spurs with possession. Following the three from Bogdanovich. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year.
What we saw last season, they really made an effort to get every man in the paint, and that forced guys to try and shoot over them. That's where you get huge block numbers. Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making
This
up
guy
for it
started
here.
missing some shots.
Antonio trails by 7. Garland kicks to Carter. Spurs passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Takes it off the glass.
And that's a huge body down low. When Carter Jr. gets that kind of position, you know, the numbers for Bogdanovich. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 17 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
And it's Capella missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw drops for Harden. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest
get off me.
Competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pull on the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of
Those cheerleaders look nice.
Competing, whether it's competing for playoffs, competing for a title, and you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B. Teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things.
We're doing all right. We just got to catch
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. The Spurs
give them
also
like
changing
easy
it up.
shots.
Green, he's checked in for Brooks. And Hero subbed in for Black. Now, here is Harden. 20 points for him.
Definitely need to stop that dude.
Off the back of the rim. Harden's got 22 points.
It's not a
Go
handful. It's
on
a
down there,
bundle of these
James.
kind of performances from James Harden. What a night.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are
Two-shot game. Let's
inaugurating
go.
their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season.
Hell
It
yeah.
marked the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in L.A. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle.
Mouse in the
This
house.
is a rough
Oh, shit.
stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. San Antonio trails by 6. Here's Hero. And a
Foul,
great
ref?
assist
Come
by
on.
Allen As that one
You
goes
fucking
in.
kidding me?
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Here's Harden. Rebounded by Allen. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Garland against Powell. And the rejection by Harden. Here's Green. That one, no good. Clippers leading by 4. It's Bogdanovich on the wing.
No.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
We're right there.
Knows
We're right
that
there.
He needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Leonard finds Powell. And he uses the glass on the lane. Powell's got 6.
I mean, the number of
Ain't
points
nobody
he's
worried about
scoring
Norman
at the
Powell.
beginning
Get
of
outta
the
here.
year is eye-opening.
Here's Hero. The good-looking shot from the wing.
All
Such a
day.
smooth shooter. Assertive Hero right now on offense.
I'm getting the hang of this
Leonard
shooting,
on the
like,
wing.
seriously.
Leonard
No.
to the lane. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
What could have been Kawhi? What could have been? No.
Outside Hero. A drive by Garland. Pass to Carter. Puts it 5 from 18.
Oh.
And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. And the
Damn
basket
it.
by Harden.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
There's Hero with the 3. And here's Garland for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 6. Harden outside. Back to Bogdanovich. Leonard, that's for 2. And it falls over the rim and in. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They're
And
playing
now the
good. They're
first
playing
timeout called
good.
here for the Spurs.
Go, Nick. Come here, boy. What you doing, boy? What you doing? What you doing? Yeah. Ah.
checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Spurs, Clint Capella comes in for Jared Allen. And it's Grant in for Carter.
All right, let's get back in this game.
Harden against Garland. To the middle. They need this.
Oh,
Here's
Jesus.
Grant.
What?
Another shot.
What?
And the layup is
What
good.
was that?
Grant's got 6.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. It took him no time at all on that one.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And here's Garland for 3. Trains the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at your phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
But you can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Garland with the bucket.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Charity stripe shot. San Antonio with the rebound. Heroes got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Leonard. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Harden.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
First trip to the line for him here.
He
It
missed
was
it.
a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
Here's Garland. 13 points in the game. There's the drive. Here's Capella. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Capella's got his first basket.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
And here's Leonard.
Come on.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tyler Hero picks one up. The Clippers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. Leonard hits them both. And we finished one half of basketball. Clippers ahead. They lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for San Antonio.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there. Showing they know how to play. Chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half he was taking a nap.
Oh. What you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
And now, here's the player of the week from both the East and West. For the West, Anthony Davis.
AD has time to play like this anytime he wants. Few power forwards can do all that he does.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
They're actually shooting better.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden. Oof.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
On the court right now for the Spurs. Garland is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Brooks in at the 3. We know, Brent, throughout his career, Kawhi Leonard has always been sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's a great point, Kevin, and it's sort of making me think about history. You know how history can sometimes be boring, but it's something you should study. Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. Young guys should be studying what Kawhi represents in terms of his two-way prowess, dominating on the offensive end, and just a menace on defense. So kids, history is important. Study Kawhi Leonard.
Harden can't hit.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Incredible effort.
JC.
From Clarkson on that play, willing to give everything to make it an N1 opportunity.
Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
And the dunk by Capella.
Using his length that time, Capella up top to slam it down.
Harden kicks to Powell. Leonard on the wing. Outside, Jones. Leonard against Grant. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the line. San Antonio with the rebound. Clarkson passes to Brooks. Back to Clarkson. Lets it go with the 3. Brooks misses. Clippers leading by 6. The 3 from Harden. The rebound by Grant. Now here's Brooks. Still without a basket. Grant, that's good.
Yeah, Grant has really embraced this part of his game, becoming a reliable three-point shooter.
Harden the pass to Zubac. And here is Powell. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Garland finds Brooks. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Harden scanning the floor, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Damn.
And the Clippers lead by 4. Harden against Garland. Driving to the basket. The slam dunk by Garland.
Man, Garland like a
He
small
can
jet,
dunk.
room to take off, and he's flying.
Here is Harden. 30 points in the game. Harden draws the double. Pass to Zubac. Powell, no one around him. Good on the triple. Powell's got 12 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing.
And one.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Jared Allen's checked in for Capella. And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old-school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in the perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Tie game.
Kept both his balance and focus on the rim. Grant unfazed.
Here's Leonard, and he gets it to go from the high post. He's got 17.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Grant, right side. Allen outside. And the rejection by Zubac.
smart defender. Zubac understands how to position himself to come up with blocks.
Oh!
Clarkson passes to Allen.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Oh, right there, man. Come on.
Harden bounce pass. Jones kicks to Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Good foul. Good foul.
Garland picks one up. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Carter, he's checked in for Grant. Jalen Green comes in for Brooks.
He's too fucking small.
For Garland.
First of all.
At its finest there, Carter Jr.
What? Blocking foul? Really?
This team. And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. LA has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the Clippers miss again.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here's Green outside. And it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Leonard. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
Leonard can do this. He can just take over a game offensively.
To the paint. Here's Carter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Clippers have gone 7 of 13 in the 3rd quarter so far. Just above 50%. Leonard kicks to Powell. Drills it from outside. Powell's got 15 points.
Great job by Norman Powell off the catch.
Carter, the pass to Allen. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Harden. 30 points in the game.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now McCollum. After Jordan Clarkson missing on that last 3-pointer.
Yeah.
He's on the trifecta.
We got the lead.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Leonard looking over the floor. Harden the pass to Batum. 3-pointer. Drops in the tray. He's got 6.
And Batum has the answer locked and loaded from the 3-point line.
Green by Allen. Here's Green, and Green slams it in. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul. Anthony Black's checked in for San Antonio. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 1. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. San Antonio making the switch here. Harrell's checked in. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Clippers 3rd.
This was a good group of free throw shooters last year, something they really worked on in practice. And sometimes that's the coaches calling for it, and oftentimes the players doing it by themselves. Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and hard foul. They did it there. That's an aggressive attitude defensively. That's a little something extra from Montrez.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Harden kicks to Powell. Batum passes to Harden. Softly drops in the floater. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just measuring that floater off perfectly. Harden so effective with that shot.
It's McCollum with the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. And
I
the
can do that
Spurs
too,
lead by
bro.
3.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint.
I'm
This
getting tired.
defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on that 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Here's Green. James Harden picking up that last basket. That shot off the mark. There's 1:17 left in the third. Here's Powell. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Black in the post. Powell's there. A nice shot by Black. Black's got the lead up to 3 now for San Antonio. The 3 from Harden. Rebound by Harrell.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Los Angeles has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts.
Damn, Nicholas.
Some power and some good momentum on that play from Batum. Just ready to get through the defense one way or another.
Harrell, a screen on Harden. A 3 from McCollum. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
All the way from
That's one
Portland.
of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Leonard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Afraid of
Leonard's
that.
got 10 points here in the second half.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Outside, Green. Here's Black. Towards the third quarter, it continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game.
Yeah.
Spurs lead by 2.
Look at the baby.
And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Harden. Derek Jones is out there with Batum. Then there's Dunn. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
There are few players that can read the floor as well as James Harden. He has seen every kind of defense.
And Green slams it in.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And here are the Clippers now after the basket by San Antonio to take the lead. It doesn't go for him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Dunn misses. Spurs leading by 4. Carter kicks to Green. From past the arc. Offensive rebound.
Good Lord.
Second chance shot.
No
good. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Dunn. And it's off the back rim. No good. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And there it is for him.
And scoring the ball has always seemed easy for Green. It's starting to show here in this game.
Now, here's Dunn. Harden outside. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got 12 points here in the second half.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Dunn. Following the basket by Jalen Green. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Heroes checked in for Black. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
You have to be mindful of Hero's range.
11-3 run.
Absolutely burn you from outside.
Pass to Harden. Outside, Jones. A shot by Batum. No good. San Antonio leading by 8. There's Hero with the 3. It's held in by Los Angeles. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dunn. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Dunn is just stunning, dribbling the ball. So many moves and amazingly quick to boot.
And stolen by Dunn. Left side, Jones. Pass to Dunn. Batum sets a screen for Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Hero. And he wheels that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by Dunn. Clippers trail by 4. To the inside. Here's Jones. And Jones spins it home.
Well, still such a prolific passer in this league. You expect Harden to make those kind of dishes.
Timeout, Spurs. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for James Harden. And Norman Powell subbed in for Chris Dunn. San Antonio also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Harrell. Jeremy Grant comes in for Carter. And it's Garland in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Hero. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Zubac the pass to Jones. Bogdanovich against Hero. Bogdanovich dishes to Jones. From outside off the mark. Spurs leading by 4. Here's Hero. Grant kicks to Hero. Shoots over Powell. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Powell for 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Now, here's Garland. No good with the elbow jumper. Powell against Garland.
Well, unafraid of the close interior defense. That's a good job by Norman Powell, sacrificing a bit.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for San Antonio?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked him down.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harden's checked in.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
And Garland does a good job there getting the shot up into the air while he's being fouled.
The throw good, Garland. Allen's checked in for the Spurs.
At the line for 2.
All 3 throws good from Garland.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Powell kicks to Leonard. Back to Powell. Zubac, a screen on Garland. The shot by Powell, no good. San Antonio leading by 3. Leonard with the steal. Wide open. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
Now Hero driving the lane. It counts. And the foul. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season. Oh, man, love calling Zubac's number there at 7 feet. Get shots off in big moments.
Harden against Garland. Pass to Green. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
It's Harden with the drive.
And just not nearly as effective at drawing fouls on the defense as he was in that first half.
First one falls for him.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And both free throws good for James Harden. San Antonio leading. Outside Garland. It's good from long range.
Yeah.
Garland's got 7 now in this quarter.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and hitting them up.
Leonard against Grant. Shooting foul as the whistle.
Come on, man.
2 free throws.
What?
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
And that
Yeah.
Taking 2 shots.
one good on the second free throw.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Allen, a screen on Harden. Hero kicks to Garland. The offensive rebound. Powell with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Leonard forces it through inside.
And clutch stuff from Kawhi, showing why he's been a Finals MVP 2 times over.
Allen, a screen on Harden. Pass to Grant from deep. It's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside Leonard to take the lead. The rebound by the Spurs. Green in the post.
Yeah.
He's covered by Leonard. And Green with the basket on the assist by Allen.
No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take
a
big shot for his team.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
And here is Garland. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Garland with it. Zubac. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 14 points here in the second half. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Powell. Over Allen. Excellent D there from Allen.
The inside just
why we got him.
Too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
That's tipped. Stolen by Garland. Here's Grant.
Yeah.
His role and willing to take over during key parts of the game as long as he stays within himself. He can make those kind of contributions.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And now the go-to guy in these situations, Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Here are the Spurs with the ball. It's a three-point game, so they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does.
Yeah, woo!
And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. San Antonio making a switch here. Black's checked in. There's 25 seconds left in the game.
What are you doing?
Love seeing that. They're a huge possession, and he nets it.
At the line for one, Norman Powell.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Timeout, Spurs. A different look now for San Antonio. Jalen Green comes in for Brooks, and it's Garland in for Black. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there. He's probably the last guy you want to see him on.
It's the first that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-point.
Down low, here's Zubats.
And with their backs against the wall, Zubats goes off.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position.
Slightly early.
They have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Cloak loose.
Oh, yeah.
A 3 and nothing.
No,
but
bitch.
Woo! This is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He hits the first one, and that gives them
That
a 4-point
is it.
cushion.
The comeback win.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point.
Hey.
Weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Green.
Oh, it's too much fun. Maybe some of our bench players stepped up. That's a huge win. 39, man. Kawhi went in hero mode there. We came through and won. You got the win. What a game by Garland. We're gonna hit 30 eventually. It was only 58 minutes. Wow.